Welcome back to my gold medal guides for Red Dead Redemption 2. Today we're tackling the final mission in Chapter 5, that's Murfree Country. The gold medal objectives are deliver Meredith to her mother within 2 minutes, get 15 headshots, finish with at least 85% accuracy, and finish without taking any health items. Now I've labelled this one tricky mainly because the headshot and accuracy combo is basically the game saying be perfect while being shot at. And of course we're dealing with Murfrees who look like they were raised by wolves and not the friendly kind. So if you don't use Deadeye properly, you'll be pushing up the daisies, and the moment you panic pop a health item or die, yep, it's restart city. Right, so let's get into it, and I'll break it down step by step so you can grab that gold without losing your sanity or your spleen. First up, after you've listened to Dutch do what Dutch does best, which is to confidently explain a plan that definitely won't go wrong, we've got the long journey with Charles to Butcher's Creek. You'll get the choice to take a boat or take your horses. Honestly, there's no correct option here, it doesn't affect the medal, but I always go by horseback. Whilst we're trotting along with Charles, let's talk Deadeye and survival, because the Murfrees don't exactly fight fair. I've linked 2 videos in the description, one to help you keep your Deadeye core in good shape, and another showing how to manually tag targets. If you can do that properly, you'll have a big advantage once we're in the cave. Now, a quick but important reminder, there's a no health items objective in play. That means no tonics or food that affect your health. So no health or miracle tonics, no big game meat, nothing like that. And here's the brutal part, if you die, that also counts as a health item. So one death, goodbye health objective, and you'll need to restart from the beginning. Right, warning delivered, let's fast forward to when we arrive at Butcher's Creek. Once we arrive at Butcher's Creek, here's a slightly cheeky way to get a head start on the 15 headshots. What we can do is actually step into the village and pre-farm a few headshots on the locals. Morally questionable, absolutely. Helpful for the gold medal, definitely. So as you arrive near the village, dismount and make sure you've got your bow equipped, and then start creeping in. Charles will be off in the distance talking about the plan, but don't worry, the mission won't fail, and he'll wait while you're doing your thing. The reason I recommend the bow and staying stealthy is because the villagers will start running the moment things kick off, and the bow gives you a better chance of landing clean shots before they scatter like you've announced free taxes. Just keep moving around the village and you should be able to pick off a few for that early lead. But do remember, we've still got that 85% accuracy objective, so don't take risky shots. Only fire when the crosshair is red and you're locked onto the target, because every miss is basically the game writing nice try on your gold medal and throwing it in the swamp. And just a quick reminder about keeping the outer bar of your Deadeye topped up before it completely depletes. Ensure you take chewing tobacco or snake oil before it starts draining the inner core. Once you've grabbed as many headshots as you can in the village, it's time to carry on towards Beaver Hollow. Just hop back on your horse and follow Charles, and stick to the game's instructions. Before long, you'll end up on foot, sneaking up behind a couple of unsuspecting Murfrees. Take out one of them cleanly and Charles will handle the other.
Good job.
Shortly after that, you'll get another cutscene where Charles asks you how you want to deal with the Murfrees in the cave. Always choose sneak. It gives you the best chance to line up more headshots before everything turns into chaos. And honestly, you need the advantage because Charles is horrifyingly efficient in here. He's absolutely ruthless with that tomahawk, so you want to stay one step ahead of him the whole time if you're still building your headshot count. I'm going to let this part play out for a moment so you can see how I start sneaking into the cave. There's always one Murfree right at the entrance, so keep your aim steady and make that first shot count. You'll notice I switched to my repeater for the cave section, just because it's quicker and more reliable for stacking headshots once things get messy. But if you want to play full stealthy, you can stick with the bow for as long as possible, then swap to the repeater right before the Murfrees go from creepy whispering to full-on attack mode.
Looks like it's on then, Charles.
For this section, my biggest tip is live on your minimap. Keep an eye on those red enemy markers so they don't creep up behind you and turn Arthur into a cautionary tale with a machete. The Murfrees are fast, they're sneaky, and this cave is dark and awkward to navigate, so you've got to stay switched on the whole time. Think of it like horror movie rules. If you stop paying attention, you're the next jump scare. The good news is, if you've grabbed a head start back in Butcher's Creek, you don't need to stress about racing Charles for the count anymore. Now it's just about staying clean and accurate. Also, don't let Deadeye run dry, keep topping it up with snake oil as needed. And you've made this whole section a lot faster and a lot more gold medal friendly. The bottom line is, watch the mini-map like a hawk and make sure that with each shot the crosshair is red so you keep your accuracy high. Once you've cleared out the Murfrees, that's the last of the shooting. All that's left now is a 2-minute ride. Deliver Meredith back to Annesburg. I'll stick a timer on screen for this bit, but honestly, there isn't a magic trick here. You just need to ride flat out, follow the waypoint, and don't slow down. There aren't really any proper shortcuts, and if you stay en route and keep your speed up, this part is usually pretty manageable. My only problem in this section is where the sun flickers through the trees and suddenly I'm riding like I've never seen a road before. If you want to practice it, you can actually ride from Beaver Hollow to Annesburg outside of the mission so you know how the road flows.
I haven't slept in days.
I know. What's your name?
The only real time saver I found is right at the end, just before you normally turn left into town. You can cut that corner a little early and then stick to the train tracks instead of the road to reach the final marker a bit faster.
Where in Annesburg?
One of the mining cottages. If you get me to the main street, I can show you from there.
Okay. Just try to relax now. Yeah. Yeah.
Just head for the main street. It'll be easier to walk from there.
Right, that's Murfree Country out of the way, hopefully with a shiny gold medal and without Arthur becoming cave decor. If this guide helped you, give the video a like or dislike if you must. I'll pretend it was your cat instead. And if you're working through Gold Rush, make sure you check the description because I've linked those 2 extra videos. One for maintaining your cores and one for learning manual Deadeye tagging. Both are absolute lifesavers for missions like this. Now I do have a question for you. What part of this mission gives you the most grief? The headshots and accuracy or the 2-minute ride back to Annesburg? Let me know in the comments. And if you've got your own tips or routes that worked, drop them down there too. It really helps other players who are going for the gold. This is the last mission in Chapter 5, which means we're ready to head into Chapter 6. You know, the chapter that totally won't emotionally damage us or anything. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.
You're a nasty woman, Miss Crenshaw. You woman, you think I wanted to shoot her? You seem to like it. I saw that beady look in your eyes. You're drunk.